What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 56 of my Total Warhammer 3 Zhatan the Black Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, we were blessed by Hashut acquiring the materials at sea buff yet again. Hopefully this will allow us for one last administrative push in terms of building, i.e. constructing everything, everywhere, pretty much at once, and thereby bypassing the rest of the necessary admin through the campaign, and only just having a little bit left. Mostly because we only intend to capture this mountainous territory all over here and then fight the endgame scenario there, while doing some raiding and sacking and razing in other locations. In addition to that, we were able to get a very nice battle against Imric, who decided to attack the Mad Hatter of Zharr and was promptly destroyed, or at least his army was by and large destroyed by these two armies. Worked out pretty well for us, as we should be able to now take out Imric, go to Dringo Karaz, and maybe even catch Queek. I don't 100% know whether that's possible, but it would be ideal if we can. Also, I forgot to say this last episode because it was the 55th episode and a 5th episode in the series, but I'm just going to do it for the last time. Don't forget to drop those likes and comments below if you've been enjoying this particular Let's Play and want to see it updated regular, as obviously engagement drives scheduling. Oh, YouTube, why must you work this way? But anyway, in terms of what we gotta do this time, well, there's not a lot of the annoying sort of admin. I went ahead and moved the troop trains and did a lot of items and hero leveling and other such admin stuff, moved all the tech thieves, etc, etc, etc. So at least we don't have to deal with that. Zhatan, you are also finally going to get your maxed out army. So Iron Demons with Dreadquake Mortars and all that goes to you. You are going to now lose these guys. You are going to lose the Blazing Beards of Bajurak. That's going to go to another army. You no longer need the Hashut Stark Ravagers. The Iron Maiden and the Thomas the Warp Engine do get replaced, and I guess we'll lose one of the Chaos Dwarf blunderbusses, but it ain't gonna be the Grim Gunners because they've been here for too long and they are named. Alrighty, lovely. And there we go, with that, Zhatan's army is finally complete, and it's a heckin' strong one. 152 armor on our units here. On our Infernal Iron Sworn. The first one doesn't have a name, but the other ones do, funnily enough. Anyway, yeah, I'm excited to try this army out in its proper form. We now have 4 trains as well. It's going to be a very nasty army, and well, if it isn't Thorek and some dwarves to try it out against, that will be a perfect target, so that's where we're going to head Zhatan out to. Go, buddy, and get the heck away from this plague. Can you at least leave this territory? Yes, you can. Delete in the meantime. You need to also leave, and oh, this takes you to the Misty Mountain. Okay, you know what, go here, so at least you maybe won't get the plague. We can delete for now the Hashut's Dark Ravagers. In 10 turns we'll re-recruit them in Astrogoth's army, so you're not needed for now. And we'll get them back afterwards. Delete, just stay here and then move through this area. Alrighty. Now, where are we going to fight today? Well, first of all, let's destroy Imric's army, so Mad Hatter. And let's have you... well, you want the kill right now because I believe Overseer Blackbeard got the kill last time around. So go here and attack. Real quick, we're going to auto-resolve this, assuming that nobody dies. Looking good to me. Then what we're going to do... Banner of Swiftness. Yeah, let's get the ransom captives, because it's a tiny amount of labor. There we go. More fire resistance and a bonus versus large. Not going to keep the... banner on. Well, actually, I know what, keep it. Then what we want to do is we want to have Overseer Blackbeard and the Mad Hatter attack Dringo Karaz, like so. Alright, and auto-resolve. This will also not kill anything. You can have that, there you go. Alright, perfect, and we will occupy this place as a factory yet again. Lots and lots of factories. Maybe I should have sacked it, but it's too late. Alrighty, now... Oh, it has wood as well. Nice. Now what we want to do is see if we can't attack Mr. Queeky here. So the plan is to move Overseer Vargash close, Too queaky. He's gonna run the first time because he's too close to the settlement. But hopefully we can still reach him the second time. Well, hopefully he doesn't go around the mountain. I have a bad feeling that he will, but, well, there are other battles to choose if he doesn't. Oh, you had to go around him? Damn. Don't go around the mountain, don't go around the... No, quick! Damn it. Can we reach him? No, we cannot. Ah, no, that's sad. Oh well. Here's what we'll do then. We'll pop you into ambush. And we'll get you close to here. It'd be nice to ambush all these guys. Like so. Maybe he'll try to go for Overseer Vargash. Ideally. Whether it works out or not remains to be seen. We also got to remember that they might... if the ambush gets foiled, he might go for Overseer Vargash because they can ambush. That will destroy Overseer Vargash's army, unfortunately, if this fails. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, and let's just hope that it works out. Wait, go right here. And can't move anymore? I'm just worried that Overseer Vargash is actually a little bit closer. There we go, perfect. Alrighty, not gonna get better than that. Minus Overseer Vargash moving slightly. Oh, you can't move anymore. Alright, there we go. Sorry, Queek, you'll have to wait until next turn to fight. What about you? Can you reach Cradtomin? You can. And Queek doesn't look like he can. So we're gonna have you just take Cradtomin. Should be an auto resolve, yes. It's just a free army, it's not even an overseer. And we will occupy this factory as well. Lovely, don't even care about the Skaven Plague, and you didn't even get one. In fact, you know what, leave the settlement so that you don't get the plague and continue spreading it around. We'll, I guess, repair it, even though I'd prefer to save up on the repairs. Okie dokie, now, the rest of you are good here, which means Draj, I think you're gonna go after Club a Backbiter. Well, let's see about this. He's also going to run, but I imagine the Draj can reach him. Go right right there. Did I screw that up? I did screw that up. Okay. It's a little bit difficult because there's so many things in the way. There we go. Alrighty, that's why the Overseers are here, and the army is more or less fine. Attack this. He's going to run, but not far enough. Hey, don't go around the mountain. I swear to... Oh, you gotta hate when they go around the mountain like that. Alrighty, I'm not sure that we'll actually need the second army, but we built them for a reason to follow our other armies around, so we're most definitely gonna use them. Though, once again, I don't know whether we'll actually use them in battle or not. What are we facing off against here? A pair of giants should be good. We don't have anything that'll, that'll have an easy time against them. That'll, I guess, have to be Draj's job. We also got the Night Goblins, which are in stock, so the Magma Cannons are going to have a difficult time dealing with them. Yeah, the biggest problem currently with Draj's army is that it's not very good at targeting single entities, but hopefully it'll overcome. Here we go. Oh, the Bale Taurus looks pretty darn cool against the green sky backdrop. Hey, no vindictive gaze. That is very rude. How much damage does this thing do? Let's see. Oh, wow, it's only 2 cost, but the damage is fairly low. Number of projectiles 5. Oh, actually, if they all hit, could be fairly decent. And in fact, did nearly knock Draj's shield down. Well, have some Burning Wrath. I was curious to see whether this would actually do any damage to trolls, and by the looks of it, Wait, did these guys get knocked down or did they die? This one has lost a unit. Okay, these guys are getting up, I take it. Yeah, they're getting up, okay. Well, at least one of the river trolls got burned down by one of the magma cannon shots. Interesting. But anyway, it's time for Draj to do the work. He's gonna pop that Flames of Asgore on the enemy rock lobbers, who are pretty badly damaged. Get Cinderbreath's breath down on a few more gobos, but otherwise essentially just cover around the enemy army, spotting the night gobos for us and allowing our artillery, who are once again situated up on top of this nice hill, to fire on said units of or not hobgoblins, regular gobos, because otherwise these guys wouldn't be able to. I like the sound. Alrighty, there we go. Ooh, that was a pretty nice shot as well. Smack dab in the middle of that unit of gobos, and look at them all burn. I do wonder how much damage that one did. Here comes a Wrath of Zharr moving through the enemy blob here. And very, very nice. And, oh, wow. Was that a magma cannon shot? I didn't think the magma cannons could knock down, could knock a giant down. It's obviously not going to do a lot of damage to him, but it's pretty cool that it did manage to actually knock him off his feet. Lovely. Anyway, what I was saying when the battle began was that Zharr once again mentioned Astrogoth. He seems to do that a lot in his beginning speeches. I do wonder if there's more than one speech where he does. But anyway, the enemy army approaches. There's an Ragnarok riding lord over there, but we have the better army, I would think. Lots of Kadai Fireborn, and we have our Infernal Guard with their shields, as well as the Kadai Destroyers. Not a lot of things in the enemy army can face off easily against the Kadai Destroyers. I would be curious to see who would win in a one-on-one between one and the Giant there. But ours are a lot more buffed than the enemies are, so I don't imagine it's going to be too concerning either way. Anyway, we have summoned some Kadai Fireborn in the way of the Giants here, and the purpose of this was mainly to block the Giants and prevent them from going to the enemy army. Another Flame of Asgore coming down on the blob of enemy infantry and cavalry, who just managed to get themselves caught and pretty much destroyed by the spell, making a quick work of the relatively low-armored and weak goblins. The Fireborn did their job by blocking off the Giants and once again allowing us to do a lot of damage to the enemy in the main line. It looks like they're not going to bother coming up after our infantry, which means we don't need any extra units guarding them, which means more Kadai Fireborn and Infernal Guard are about to join the fray. Zharr has also dropped down, no longer in the sky, just casting spells, though the spells do continue. There's a Flame Storm, though I believe that was at one of the casters, not Zharr. Zharr, in the meantime, will be going after this Ragnarok with the help of all these Fireborn and the Destroyer. Man, you gotta love the models of these things, though, aren't they fantastic? There's certainly a decent amount of bugs in this particular campaign, certainly more than campaigns that I remember encountering previously, but they certainly still did outdo themselves in terms of the models and animations for these guys. Anyway, the poor spider has fried and will make a nice meal for the rest of our army. Now it's time to bring down the trolls and the giants that remain. There's still a fair few enemies on the field, though the balance of power is definitely starting to get up in the 90s, I believe. The pump wagons have no chance, and really it's the threatening single entities that remain. The Black Orc Big Boss, who is surrounded, and together with a few trolls, though they're about to rout. Zharr is going after one of the giants, and then together, just like we brought down the Ragnarok, we should be able to bring the giant down as well. And there we go, very nice. So you two face off, Giant versus Kadai, or Destroyer specifically. And though with Zharr helping out, I don't imagine the Giant has much of a chance whatsoever. And we can see some more Dreadquake barrages dropping in the background, just going after units that are trying to escape from us. Half of our army is now going to begin to chase the enemy down. Although it does look like the Giants are not, they're not routing very quickly, are they? So there we go. Finally, it's time for the Giants to shatter. Both of them pretty badly beat up. But I am impressed with how long they stayed on the field, especially with the consideration that the rest of the army had already been pretty much destroyed. But they were, at the end of the day, absolutely overrun by Zharr's fiery force. Lovely. I really enjoy this army. I can't wait to try it out against the super elite dwarf stack in the endgame scenario. And the same goes for Astrogoth and Zhatan as well, obviously. The endgame scenario will present a lot of difficult battles against the elite troops, and I can't wait for it. Now we are obviously going to chase down what remains, though it looks like a few of the enemy units here will escape. I suppose it doesn't matter, does it? Because these guys will be destroyed, so whatever. Alright, a decisive victory for us. It doesn't seem like we took all that much in the way of damage, especially considering how tanky our army is. We used the Kadai destroyers fairly effectively to blunt the enemy charge as they moved in before the Infernal Guard did, and while some of the Kadai did take damage, we used the heals from our Demon Smiths in order to, well, heal them up. And otherwise, the rest of our army is pretty fine. Looks good. Alrighty, very nice work, Drej. Got, 324 kills and almost 32,400 damage. Well, isn't that lovely? His Desolation of Asgore, or Flames of Asgore, or rather, do work very, very nicely when they're so cheap and he can use them repeatedly. Otherwise, it was a pretty nice battle, and we clearly didn't need our second army. We're gonna take the labor yet again. Might actually hold off on selling off some of the labor yet again, or this time, because we'll need labor to help fortify stuff as well, as it does take some effort. And ooh, Drej is actually close enough to go to Valea's Sorrow, though I guess, is there any danger of you getting attacked? I mean, wait, can you go into March Stance? Yeah, you can. Okay, so go here, Drej, take Valea's Sorrow, like so, and we will occupy this factory. Alrighty, I guess the question is also going to be how far we push into the Badlands, i.e., do we bother to do so, or do we just ignore it? Also, do we even need a... oh wait, this is a weapons workshop. Yes, we do. We'll get the factory guardhouse, and we will pop the Masterful Architects up. Yeah, so as I was saying is, do we need to go into the Badlands, or do we just take all of the mountains and transfer the Badlands to the Exiles of Khorne? The thing is, they already have most of the stuff, and I don't believe there's any special locations here for us. Can Morgheim? No. It's not even possible to claim it because, well, we'd have to betray the Exiles of Khorne. I don't want to betray Scarby. He has not been super useful so far, but it's his units we want, and, well, we're building up the allegiance to get those. Oh, look, 69,454. It's so close to 420 on the gold income. Almost had the complete nice number. Wouldn't that have been, well, nice. Anyway, I guess it's time to spend some of that cash, so we're gonna be building some more stuff with our glorious materials. Let's see. Let's start with you there, 750 for that Kiln of Hashut, but once again, even though we do want to spend on the Conclave... oh, wait, you know what? Let's start from the bottom again. My bad. Oh, well, actually... we can build you as armament assembly line, and you factory compound, and you gold panners. We don't need a lot more locations with gold panners, mind you, anymore, because, well, we're in a pretty good place with them. With gold, I mean. But there will be a few places. Anyway, Troll Country ignored, Western Oblast ignored. We'll be transferring those to allies rather than bothering with adding admin to us. Blightwater. Well, Misty Mountain will get the walls up and running here. Everywhere in the mountains will be fortified. And I guess we will start on the gunsmith here at Kradtom, though there's a decent likelihood that the place gets destroyed. Next up we have Karakaraziak. Yes to the walls. Eastern Badlands, Dringo Karaz. And let's get that production plant up and running and hope it doesn't immediately get destroyed as well. Can't do the charcoal forge as yet. We will need to get the wall, however. Next up, Kingdom of Beasts, or the Beasts. No, it's just Beasts. Damn it. I almost had it. So close. Temple of Skulls, too expensive and not too expensive. I guess one more turn of the Hobgoblin Bivouacs. We will not be needing them forever here, but we are still recruiting, so yeah. Jungles of Qian, yes and yes. Money and levels, monster pens for capacity, and oh, we've actually run out of capacity for sorcerers again. Or demon smiths, but yeah. It's happened again. What are we building here, or what are we... oh yes, Ziggurat Tenements, yes? Yeah, I'm gonna go Ziggurat Tenements. Lovely. Crater of the Walking Dead. Lots of stuff to build here, starting with walls, continuing with walls, and oh. Is Libaris far enough away to that it won't get attacked? Because we can't build armaments here. Because we want to build spices, because, once again, trade. How much money are we getting from trade right now? 34k. We're still getting way more building income than we are from trade, but 1 to 3 ratio... 33% is really not so bad. Let's continue building up Lamia stuff, though. Gem refinery, most definitely. And this actually gives us a significant increase in money, so okay, I guess we'll have even more. Let's do ziggurat tenements, let's do donation barrel, and then let's do the patrol routes, and then we will replace the signal fires later on with a, well, once the plagues are gone, with the demon smithy, because clearly if we're out of capacity now, well, we're gonna need more capacity, though the capacity will re-increase once we have the tech thieves gone, which is gonna take another 15 turns, I believe. But we'll get there. Anyway, let's continue. You and you, levels and everything. Let's get the walls up and running at the Desolation of Nagash. Southern World's Edge Mountains, salt. You're making me salty. And Altar of Fire, and money, and Tower Roads. Beautiful. Oh, Sumpit. Yes, 4 level. Not even building any money thing there. Yeti Peak. Tower of Hashut. Yeah. I mean, it's never gonna get cheaper. It's expensive in terms of raw materials, but still it's never gonna get cheaper, so... And we do it now. Red Wastes, a Red Fortress, yes, and that's nearly all for our raw materials. Mount Lee. Sorcerer Prophet's Tower, there we go, and... Alright, well... Now we're out of raw materials, so we can't build raw material stuff, but there is other stuff that we can build via money and via armaments. Alright, a few more. Oh, 750 on that Great Kiln of Hashut. So expensive, but it's still at half price, so yeah. This doesn't even really do much for us, because it just gives us extra research, but I just don't want to constantly be seeing, please build this, for the rest of the campaign, you know? And the Blasted Wastes, yes, to the Fane Barracks, and ooh! We actually still have armaments remaining. Well, that's just swell, because we need those armaments for various things, including we wanted to build 2 trains of the, or 3 trains, was it 3 trains? It was at least 2 trains of the Skullcracker variety, so let's do that. No, not Hellforge, but Hellforge. Armory. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Now we have no armaments remaining. Still a decent amount of cash, though. Though, once again, we will be needing to spend it later on. Then we are going to go, I guess, global recruitment, because we have no choice. And we need not the Dreadquake Mortars Iron Demons, we need the Skullcracker Dreadquake Mortars. The Skullcrackers will all be transferred to the Mad Hatter's army. You're gonna love those. Alright, looking good. And that's that for buildings, which means we have other things to do, like diplomacy. And probably moving a few armies around. Until the next turn, anyway. Ooh, the Drowned. We could get that defensive alliance going with them. They are trading with Nagarond. I wonder if this is worth our time or not. The Shadow Legion probably won't like them very much. Honestly, if we could just get Be'lakor to declare war on a bunch of enemies of Nagarond, we could probably get the Chaos Forces and the Dark Elves and stuff to ally together. I honestly don't think that Silostra will survive, but who knows? Well, let's get the Defensive Alliance for now, and then we'll see. We're obviously not going to join her in fighting the... fighting Nagarond if that happens. I would like to see what's going on here, though not gonna go military at the current time. Well, let's see what she's got in terms of... okay, so defenses at the Twisted Glade rather weak. What about the Circle of Destruction basically now? Yeah, see, this is why this faction is so problematic. I always see this faction die, and it seems it never builds defensive structures, never builds walls. And it is in an area where it's constantly surrounded and getting attacked by a lot of enemies, which is the annoying aspect of this, that if only they just program this faction to at least build walls in its capital territories, it would be a lot more survivey. Which is a word, I swear. Well, either way, we're going to build... Twisted Glade might fall. I didn't check which has a better defensive capability? Well, we'll start with the Twisted Glade, mostly because we can actually build Depth Guard out of it, and then if it works out, it works out, and if it doesn't, well, I guess it doesn't. That's it for the diplomacy for now. Let's see. I really still wish that you could hide these. Let's see what we've got in terms of moving. Don't need to move Internal Recruiter Zork because we're out of capacity, or out of armaments to get capacity, I should say. Thronbaj, Unzaled, and Gorth the Cruel. Ah, yes, we need to finish up with Bog Grub, and then we can move. Overseer Vargash, you can come in and help. Do we need to fight this? What do we have here? Oh, it's actually fairly nice. I'm thinking that yes, we do need to fight this. Alright, that's fine. Hello, eh? Well, I mean, it's not going to be a difficult fight. I'll think about it. Honestly, we do have better fights, so we may ought to resolve this. Mostly because we've already seen this fight like 10 times. Specifically, well, maybe not 10 times. Gorth the Cruel and Thrunbaj took Karak-Kadrin with a much stronger garrison than this, and all this will end up doing, I mean, it's just a pile of tier 1 gobos, right? This is basically like fighting clan rats. They're super weak, and then they'll get slaughtered, and then we'd have to bombard the walls and stuff. Once again, I'll think about it. If we have no other better fight, then maybe we'll take that one, but I imagine that we probably do. Anyway, let's continue moving, you guys. Thrunbaj, you are where you were supposed to be, so you're gonna sit there. Gorth is sieging, and Astrogoth, yes. Okie dokie, so we need to figure out what to do with you and where to go with you. Let's do this. Astrogoth, you are going to move right beside Castle von Rauken. I guess you can sack it. We're not going to hold it. On a resolve. No real damage. Oh, did I just get up? Oh no, I might have transferred the plague. Huh. Maybe it's time to start raising stuff for raw materials. It's not much, but 10% extra raw materials per turn could be quite useful. Let's do that. Wait, the Chaos Dwarfs can move after raising? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, well, that's significant. Huh. You know what, just leave it as a ruin. I was gonna say colonize it and transfer it to an ally, but yeah, I also really did not think that they could move after raising, but this is important. This is good. Yeah, we could raise Bekoff, and which will probably give us a few more raw materials, and once again, we need all the raw materials we can get. I wonder how much we would get out of Kislev. I wish that it actually showed you when you moused over stuff like this at Kislev or anywhere, I guess. But it doesn't, alas. Oh well. Let's see if anybody else needs to move. Kiggle Skolsons, you are, well, staying here. We do have Recruiter the Breaker. I'd like you to move to Fort Straghoff. I don't think... Yeah, there's no army here. Oh, Kastelton is back. Well, yeah, go there. I doubt that he'll be able to recruit stuff in time. Would be nice to shore up our battle lines here, or our front lines here, so we don't have to deal with the northern stuff anymore, and then can go south. Alrighty, and I believe that is pretty much it. There's probably at least a few more things to move, but I think we'll take them or check them out next time, as it is about time, and I'm gonna call the episode here. Once again, I need to probably keep these episodes a little bit shorter now, because I'm doing like 15 minutes of admin before every episode, or after every episode between the episodes, with regards to leveling and all that nonsense, so at least we're saving a lot of screen time on that rather boring stuff, especially this late into the campaign. Anyway, calling it here. Next time, the cluster of this entire place is going to continue. We will try to hunt down Queek and otherwise destroy his faction, get to Crooked Moon, get to Black Crag, and start hunting down Skarsnik. We'll be able to get Tordrick's army up and running in the next couple of turns, and the Mad Hatter's Skullcracker army will be up and running as well, and I can't wait to try that one out, and a few of the others that are happening soon as well. Anyway, calling it here. More Zhatan to come, so stay tuned. Stay tuned. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.